Siegfried, seriously, there's nobody behind the door. We knocked on it like 4 times.
Yes, you do. If you wish to
I don't think he's talking
it...
to you. I think he's talking to the door.
Yeah. Talking to the door.
What?
He's fucking crazy.
I'm sorry,
I wanna
he
go
just
through
lost
the
something
side door.
very precious to him. He is having a bit of... He's struggling
It's
with it.
locked.
Can you unlock it then?
Yes?
Will you?
No. Moving on. The obelisk has stopped glowing. The chains have fallen slack. What do you wish to do?
So, Captain, if anyone asks, are you taking responsibility?
Why is everyone calling him a captain?
What was it? Sergeant?
Sergeant.
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 Well, it was evil. And we cast it away. In my eyes, that's a good thing. I'm also quite annoyed because I feel like we could have killed that thing and it got away.
I think castaway is a bit of a strong word. I think let it escape is more accurate.
Yes, that's actually... You know, I was trying to look at this in a positive way, Dio, and you've just made my opinion of it much worse.
I know how I can cheer you up, Captain. Sergeant.
Captain Sergeant.
Sorry, Captain. Yes.
You don't have to worry about the titles. I'm really not too bothered about it. Only when people are being stupid.
So,
That's when I want to use my power. My imaginary power, because you really don't have any power. But yeah, I know how to cheer you up. How about we go check out some confiscated goods? It will cheer me up. We'll cheer Targan up. Luna will cheer you up.
I will take no part in this. As it is confiscated goods. It does not belong to us. You know what? No, we're not taking any confiscated goods. It doesn't belong to us.
Seth, this place has been... How long has this been?
They're dead!
Empty?
Yes!
Also, it was offered to you as a reward.
Yeah!
For killing both of them.
No! For dealing with the ruckus at this specific villain.
What about the other one?
They didn't say anything about the other one.
We've just dealt with the problem and they said we could have it as a reward. Why do you have an issue with us taking it? Also, seriously,
right.
Do you have a problem with taking items from a long-dead city?
Listen.
I got it, South Bart.
Those goods were confiscated by the authorities. Even though those authorities have perished, that authority still stands. It feels
No, it
wrong.
doesn't. You're wrong.
No,
That
the
authority
city
has now hired us and is using it as a payment.
The city has literally fallen. I do not think it stands.
I'm not looting it, I'm collecting payment.
If it helps with all heathens.
Just do whatever you
That
want.
makes
I
it
don't
worse,
care.
I think.
I don't care anymore.
Alright, let's go to the office. Confiscated goods, confiscated goods, fancy illegal items, Seth is gonna hate them.
Just gonna constantly question whether or not it's good or bad to take them for the entire thing.
You wanna pray to your god?
No. Not like he's going,
Alright.
oh, this is a personal conflict. I just have to think about whether or not it's a good or bad thing. I don't know.
Alright,
Feels
so
bad, but it's
I presume
not
we're
bad.
heading off to the,
The fortress.
Oh yeah!
Confiscated goods. Oh man, is it still a party in here?
Let me clean a bit of this up.
Oh my god.
Also, are there still glowy eyes, like,
Nope.
creepy, or are they back to normal? Hey Luna, did you ever have Siegfried deal with that gem that he had?
No, why do you think I've been avoiding him?
You've been avoiding him?
Yes!
I thought he was just quiet.
I mean, he's always quiet. Have you seen him as Siegfried?
Ed, did you sign us out last time?
Yes.
Or are we still signed in? Okay. I'll sign back in then.
Sign us
Right. I think the request has been dealt with, and we are here to collect payment.
There's a moment, and eventually the figure goes, "Ah, thank you very much. As reward, as promised, we will grant you access to the confiscated items room and grant you the mark of the city for your services.
What does this mark of the city entail?
It permits you safe passage through all of the city's security systems."
Alright, so next up is the castle.
Yes.
Confiscate,
Please, come this way. Wop, wop, wop.
All these
Confiscated
confiscated goods.
Yes,
Taken
no,
from
Seth,
criminals and ne'er-do-wells.
you're
And
gonna
you're
say
saying
that confiscated. What?
This is now the property of yourselves, correct?
Consider it a fine of sorts.
So it's perfectly acceptable for you to give us these items, and there are no legal repercussions for us
Of
taking these
course.
items.
It is where we get half our funding.
Oh,
It's like taxes. Are taxes evil, Seth?
well,
Don't answer that.
no, they're not.
Confiscated goods.
Well, I suppose that
See a
clears
big
it
pile
up.
of gold.
It's perfectly fine to take these goods.
Alright, Targan, you wanna dive in? Like a duck in a gold pile? That's an old dwarven saying, I think.
No.
Yeah,
I don't know what
is
kind
it
of
not?
dwarves you've been talking to, but we don't tend to
Sky
dive
dwarves.
in our gold. Keep it.
Damn. There goes my plan to assassinate Targan by having him break his neck on a pile of gold.
The fuck?
Jesus.
Alright, so what do we have here?
Well, apart from the pile of coins.
Can we take all the coins?
Yeah, everything in here is, I think, assigned to us. We can take.
Yes, this is just
can
what
carry
we
it.
acquired today.
Today? We're
Yes.
from...
Don't question it.
Oh! From the, raids against the Acrian forces.
If you don't mind, could you tell me what date it is again today?
Alright, could you repeat that last part for me?
You are not aware that we are under attack from the Kingdom of Acria?
What kingdom is this?
Targan, close the door. Close the door, Targan.
Are you confused?
Yes! What kingdom is this? What region do you serve under? Wait, what?
This is
Who do you serve?
This is Wallachia.
Malacca, what?
We have long
Seth.
served under the Count.
Seth. It's a ghost.
So?
The dead are from the past.
You don't have to talk down to me. I know I'm short, but I'm not a child.
Really?
Stop doing that.
Yes,
Well, I'm sorry, with your beliefs and all, you know.
The
Don't do this right now.
King of Acria
Oh, no.
declared war on us to acquire our mineral resources, and has been raiding our cities and villages for a long time now.
Excuse me, if I can ask again, what date is it today?
Wait, this is pre-era. This is the old.
This is gonna be like the fucking like the Union Wars or whatever.
This is like really old dates.
This is when we're setting up timelines. This also
It's
establishes
the-
what months and weekdays are called.
It's the fucking the Unification Wars or something. It's gonna be like around.
It
then.
is. It's 1342.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
Hang on.
You're gonna open up the
You're
lore.
damn right I am.
You're looking at the timeline.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah! I just realised what that means.
Yeah. Okay. Beast. By the Emperor's bears.
Who?
Does he have a beard?
He probably has a beard by now.
This place was during the First Unification War?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm not talking to you. This makes absolutely no sense.
Wow! Rude! Just because they're see-through, Seth.
Well, no.
Is it because they're blue?
Please. So, you
You've
haven't...
been racist towards blue people again.
I'm not What have I ever been racist towards blue people?
That's my thing!
I've never...
You're a bad influence on Seth over.
am in
Is
full
anyone
support of
looking
the-
through the chests and crap?
Yes.
Yes.
I've
I'm not
been-
bothering this conversation.
I've been waiting to
Who
open
wants
the
to
chest.
take down the treasure list?
So, let me get this
Sure,
straight.
let me...
Just
I'm
put it
ready
in
with an
Discord and then
outbound.
we can all, like, write it down on our sheets or something.
Right,
So-
I have an outbound ready. If you
Hell,
want
if
to
you want, I can create you a journal which everyone can edit.
That would be nice.
Just in this. So let's put it... I'll put it under characters, just so that it's obvious where it is. Add handout. Edit. Loot. Record. All. There you go. Feel free to use that to note it down so everyone can see it. If you fail to note something down from this list, I will act under the assumption your character's lost it.
Mm-hmm. Just trying. Oh. Okay,
So-
I was listening.
In total, you have acquired 52 GP, 450 SP, and 900 CP.
Jesus.
GP...
That's a lot of CP. We're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, I know, but it can't be helped. At least it's over 9,000. There are 3 pieces of armor. Well, 2 armor, 1 shield. So there's a light steel shield, a steel, a piece of metal armor, and some studded leather armor.
Alright.
You're not 100% immediately aware of what the metal armor is. You know it's made of metal, but you couldn't quite identify it unless you are in some way skilled or able to identify the construction techniques. You also find 4 potions, 1 scroll, and a warhammer. Alongside
Alright.
a collection of shiny objects. which includes, most notably, an electrum sensor, CENSER, if you don't know what that is, a copper scepter, a polished chalice, wooden chalice, a silver symbol, a silver flagon, a golden scarab, and an ivory drinking horn.
Oh my god.
Most of these items are also decorated with either silver or gold inlays and whatnot. Did you get all that?
I did. I don't know if Jesse did.
If someone did, that's fine. But yes, that's if you gather the whole thing up.
I kind of want the drinking horn.
You might have to fight the alcoholic dwarf.
Yeah.
I have
You'll need
updated
to
the
as well.
record.
Oh.
Ed, we can't hear you, Ed.
Oh, I'll take the flag and you take the horn. Let's cheers.
Yeah, there is a flagon as well.
Yes.
So that doesn't
Make,
work out.
make an excellent drinking cup back on the base. Let me
I'm
get
gonna
this
go for a
straight.
sip. That's it.
You've been under siege from the Acrian Empire
The
for how many years now?
The kingdom.
Well, so you've been under siege for this long? How long was it?
It's been 3 years.
Why haven't you conceded?
Surrender?
Yes.
Unthinkable. That
Really?
high and mighty king of theirs will not take what is ours without a fight.
Okay.
Who is the king?
I think currently they are led by King Ordis?
How do you spell that in out of character terms?
Ordis.
Thank
But-
you.
I mean,
What?
he's an elf. I don't think that's his true name. I think that's just his shortened name for the public.
Or death? Would I know that?
Knowledge history if you want to take a guess at it.
Oh shit! I don't think I have history.
Then you're not gonna have much luck, are you?
I can knowledge history, see if I recognize it. Holy shit! It's the
No.
highest knowledge history check I think I've made.
To be honest, one of the
That's-
bizarre things, and
that's
one of the
kinda
things that
sad.
piss off the Tesmeri a lot, is that the Empire did not keep a lot of pre-Imperial history intact.
Ah.
Fools. We'll never learn about the techno-barbarians.
So it's
The Techno Vikings.
quite a difficult role to get, like, pre-Empire history.
Mm-hmm. This king, was he an immortal?
Yes? Most of these new kingdoms are, to be honest. I think we're one of the few kingdoms which does not have an immortal ruler now.
Interesting.
I assume you're all outsiders then. Are you from further north? That would
I-
certainly explain the dwarf.
Yeah, but I guess you, wait. Where's the lost continent in comparison to the current continent?
You don't bloody know.
Jesus.
It's
I'm from
lost,
far away.
Josiah, that's the point.
Like, its actual physical location is a closely kept secret. You have to take, sanctioned ships to get there.
How the fuck did I get off the rock?
How did you?
That's what's
That
I've been
is-
wondering.
That is the question.
I mean, you're not
A long
sure.
night with
There
a
was a
limp.
lot of running involved.
You hid in one box and you wake up the next morning in some sort of weird harbor.
But yes.
Hi, we're from up north. These,
You're from up
weapon-
north, at least.
Fuck's sake.
What? I'm going to contradict you.
Aye, of course you are.
Maybe you should speak to the Count and his men.
Where would we find him?
In the castle,
Probably
of
the
course.
castle.
The mark we intend to give you for your service to the city will grant you access.
Excellent.
Right. How do we... Is there any procedure for this mark? Or is it just the 1, 2,
Just
3 dots?
hold out your hand at the desk and I will stamp you. Oh, you will have to
Alright.
sign your names in the register, though.
Ah, yeah. I mean, I think we're all signed in already, otherwise you wouldn't be able to talk with us.
Did all of you sign in?
I assume so.
Wait, have you guys been talking to the ghost without signing in?
Yeah, odd that. Glad someone finally noticed.
Oh wait. I guess I didn't sign in then.
Because I signed in, so I was like, yeah, I can talk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were like the only one who did this time.
Targan and did. I
Yeah,
was wondering if any of you were.
That like one person was signing on everyone's behalf.
No, I found it odd, but I was also distracted, so...
No, man, I also know you. Targan gave me permission, but I'm not using your name.
Please sign here.
Not for something as stupid as this, at least. Are you guys signing it?
Yes, so
I'll sign it. No, we're lining up.
that's gotta be orderly.
You
Oh, wait,
sign
bring it back.
your name, and the ghostly figure will touch the back of your hand, which causes a very strange reaction because she touches it in the same spot that your... Oh, crap, what was her name? That Morwenna blessed you with the mark of the gods. And there's a bit of a weird reaction there. And the mark that the ghost puts on is absorbed into it, and it just forms back into the original mark, but it glows in response. The bird appears. It lands on the heavenly Buddha. The other bird also lands on the heavenly Buddha.
Gross.
Cancerous.
If you all sign it, you will all receive this mark.
We don't talk about that part of the bird, okay?
Is it?
Uh,
What's the bird
That's the
with black
same bird
feathers?
at the church. Whose bird is that? I keep seeing it
It looks
everywhere.
deformed, it's probably Siegfried's.
Caw, motherfucker.
Siegfried, are you signing in?
Why?
Siegfried has a
By getting
bird.
something to let us go into the actual main city, you should probably sign.
Sure. Why not?
Also, Steph, come here for a second. Help.
Yep.
Stand here, please.
The funny
Why?
part is, because this was never tested, and I was wondering if it would, Siegfried never needed to sign.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
evil
All
demon
right,
blood.
Siegfried. Before we leave this place, please hand over that gem you still have.
What gem?
The
You know
soul-sucking-
exactly which one.
That
know.
was taken care of.
Really.
He
Pretty
shoved
much.
it in his butt!
That means he still has it. Shit it out.
But no, that's not reliable coming from you.
That is a resounding silence right there.
Siegfried, do you still have the gem?
Why would you want to? Why do you want the gem?
To destroy it. It's evil.
I'm going to sense motive on Siegfried. This is Puppet deciding like how well this gets, I guess. So yeah,
Science.
how truthful are you being here?
All in the name of science.
Oh boy, that's fucking 12.
I mean, you're not picking up anything that you didn't see. The
You have a hunch yourself already, so you did not see him dispose of it.
And the
Would
first
he be the
question
kind of
of
person-
the response of what do you want it for pretty much guarantees that it
He
is in
still
his
has it.
possession. Like, you don't need sense motive for that.
Siegfried?
We don't know what it is.
That's a perfectly
It's
justifiable
in
reason to destroy it.
souls.
I mean, it's a soul gem of sorts. I know that much.
Yeah, and how long did... I'm breaking the accent for this.
That's fair.
It's
This is
been a long
Colin,
day.
by the way, who is also here for exposition.
How long did you hold on to yours and nothing bad happened?
They had it for like 2 minutes.
I mean,
No.
it's only bad when you die with it,
See?
or you kill
That
someone
means
with
it's
it.
a problem!
No, see, it's only
Or
if
someone
you die
dies
with
in the
this.
vicinity of it.
Okay, what about all the
See?
times... What about all the times you had it and everybody died and nothing happened?
That
It's
was
really the moment
sheer
the soul got sucked in.
No, I'm talking
It's
about when we
destroyed
killed
now,
the first one and we
thankfully.
held on to it for so long.
You mean because you
Wait,
weren't
what?
close enough to the
Wait, the
castle?
first one?
I mean the one in like the farm?
Yeah?
Listen,
Did we,
we have
did we
been
hold on to
demonstrated.
that?
It has already been demonstrated the destructive capabilities of this gem. We've determined it to be evil. That means we can no longer keep it. It
Pretty
must be
fucking
destroyed.
evil.
Puppet.
How do you
Out of
determine it
character.
to be
Was
evil?
it Luna who took that other gem?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Luna is just going to start going through the bag of holding and, like, throw the gem from, like, all the way back then at Seth to destroy.
Luna throws
Break
a
this,
stone.
please!
I'm just gonna stab it.
It shatters.
Oh, I don't have to roll anything. It just shatters.
It's not
Alright,
hard to hit.
Seth, Luna. How about a compromise?
No.
Wait until you hear my proposal. We shall store. I will lend my handy haversack to Seth, who is definitely the most goody two shoes member we have here. We shall store said gem in the sack, and it will not come out until we are back on the loaded deck, where he may research it under close supervision of superiors.
And what if one of us dies and it manages to take our souls from within the bag?
No,
It's in another
resist me.
dimension.
Yeah, but this is our souls. Our souls go through other dimensions to get places. What if it somehow interferes?
I feel you're pushing extremes here. I think it's pretty safe when it's not in close vicinity of the dinosaurs.
It's almost like I have more of a reason to worry about my soul than you do.
Yeah, there is a big thing about samsarans and souls.
Do we know about any of that shit? Like,
Do you want
the
to
whole
roll it?
reincarnation? No, like the reincarnation stuff. Do we know?
Oh,
Luna's
yeah, no.
probably told you by now.
Samsarans
Yeah.
are rare but documented.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, this is clearly a big issue for Luna.
Famously, one of the Emperor's companions in the final trial was the Samsaran.
Oh. Nice.
It
Like-
is apparently noted that their death was the one he took the hardest. Because they are written off glowingly in certain scriptures.
Like, Ollie, you seem to have some experience with these sort of things. Would it be safe to store it within a different dimension?
I don't think it's a question of storing this thing. If it's causing an issue with one of the party members that could possibly interfere with the performance of our group as a whole, I feel like it's not a good thing to keep around.
Which is why I'm asking the person that's more experienced with, seeing how he seems to know them. Ollie?
What? Ugh. What do you expect me to know? I just know they put souls in the damn thing.
Do you know why?
Yeah?
They're evil cultists, I think it's...
And why do they put gems in the things?
It's like fuel. They use it for their rituals and crap. What do you think those spawns are for? They kill people, eat the souls, and return the gems to be used in rituals.
You know, we asked you about those things earlier, and all you told us is that they created them.
Yeah, but before, it wasn't
we didn't
meaning
ask
I was
for
stuck
details.
here doing nothing.
So I don't think this is up for debate. Can we just destroy this thing and get going? I'm getting kind of bored sitting around
Hold
here.
on, one last question. Do you know how they store the souls?
Gods no.
You have a very peculiar interest in this. Should we be worried?
I love the amount of trauma this is causing.
You should only ever be worried if he returns.
Who?
Stupid phylacteries. That's a story for another day.
I
So
don't
you're
want
gonna get...
I
So
don't want
you're
to
gonna
have to
get the
put
gem
my
Seth?
I don't want to have to put my foot down on this one. Mainly because I'm already on my mountain. I can't actually reach the floor. But that's besides the point.
You know how many issues you have with getting on your mount after all.
I'll hand it to Seth after taking it out of several bags.
Several.
It's in bags within bags, basically.
He had hidden it.
You have weird reactions to stuff.
That's gonna just hang on to it for now.
Don't break me.
I'm gonna ask Luna if she's happy now in Samsaran.
You can speak.
How do you know Samsaran?
I had a single skill point left, so I put it in linguistics.
Taught you that?
Where would you have learnt that?
Don't question mechanics like that. I leveled up. It shot into my head. You know, you pick up little things. With
That's
living...
not how it works.
I mean,
If
you're...
it worked like that, you'd be able to learn Druidic through linguistics.
No, linguistics specifically states that you cannot. Druidic is the one exception. The other languages, I think, you can just pick with linguistics.
if it worked like that, I could buy anything at any time. Because of all the gold I would have.
Yeah, it only mentions you can automatically pick up common languages of which it has a list.
Isn't Samsaran on that?
Nope.
Ah, damn it.
I'm curious, what is on that?
Ironically,
A lot of
Druidic
things.
is. Oh, but you can still only learn it as a Druid.
Yeah, Druid I knew was the you cannot just learn that.
Drow Sign language is also apparently a secret language.
Except it's on the list.
Yeah, but it's still a secret, so... Like Druidic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would
So-
need...
You are correct. It does say you can learn a language, but it explicitly mentions common languages.
Alright, I'll take Nikrill then. Fuck it.
Christ, you can understand the bird.
Yeah. Second best would be Veggie Pygmy, which is clearly still the best language.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
So-
you just learn it. It's really...
Has the little party conflict sorted itself? Or do I have to
think
send
so.
send in the caretakers?
I think we're good. I think we're good in the hood.
Budacast! Oh, so Sev, aren't you glad that we got those confiscated goods? Confiscated goods.
Well, to be honest,
Stolen
the only
from
thing-
the Acreans.
Pretty much.
You
Technically,
know, man.
technically, we're just claiming it back. So
Reacquisition of lost assets.
if anything, I'm doing them a favor. It's a good thing we're
It's
taking.
the Emperor's work.
The Emperor's will. We must take these items.
You want to toast
The only
to
thing of
Wanderer
worth-
with that mug?
Tarkin's been very quiet.
Rather not taint my my drinking cup with your heinous lord.
We'll
Are
work on
you
that later, Sev.
okay, Tarkin?
If you're trapped, blink 3 times.
If you cannot speak, shake your head. Now do a little dance.
Confiscated goods.
Excellent.
Confiscated goods.
So, are you heading
The
towards the
target
castle?
doesn't have much for the conversation. Like, I don't know what you want him to say.
Just making sure you're actually still around and not, like, dying or feeling horribly
still here.
left out.
No, I was just like, I don't think target has
Move the
much to add
bird
to
and
this
I shall make the
conversation.
otter follow. We're doing the
Alright,
kite.
do we want to head straight for the castle, or do we want to head to the last unique building in the form of the small fortified tent camp?
That might be interesting to go to the tent camp. This whole place has been a big bag of interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
my-
glad that I could make it interesting.
Do remember the last
No.
interesting thing was, the cultist tentacle mess.
Yeah!
Still there, actually sort of visibly coming through the roof of it.
Well, if we ignore the problem long enough, it'll go away.
That's
I didn't
definitely
cause
not
it.
how that works.
That's exactly how it works, and we're going to keep doing it.
Can't see it, it's not there.
As long as it's not in the field of view, it's perfectly fine.
It's the Emperor's problem now.
It is. This is a job too big for a,
Okay.
for a
Where
long
are you
I
time.
vote
going?
for-
I'll move the otter.
I vote for tent camp.
Yeah, let's
2
go.
votes for tent camp. 3 votes for tent camp.
I vote for castle.
1 vote for castle, 2 votes for tent camp. Han? Ed?
I'm staying out of this.
Now we're even. If Ed says castle, you're gonna have to be in on it.
I mean, I don't. Targan doesn't really see where else to go.
Right. Are we
It's-
flipping a coin?
I'd
Camp
say
or
I kind of want to just. I want to go to the castle. I like
Alright, Han,
It's a stalemate.
Fuck's
Han,
sake.
Stalemate.
We
you're gonna
probably
leave the
should go
timer.
into the castle.
It's
Alright,
the
we're-
castle!
Democracy has spoke. I know. There's definitely refugees
You
there.
walk through, partway through the travels, through a barrier which lets you pass.
Ding ding.
It's pretty cool.
He's snazzy. Go.
Good
thing we didn't try and do that earlier.
Castle.
Where are we?
Give me a
Black
minute.
screen.
We have a Schnuffles.
Ooh.
We have a Quoth.
Oh,
We
wow.
have
Oh my god.
Oh.
Luna. We have a Burb. We have a Seth. We have a
Ah, there we
Seedy.
I'm on.
We have a Targi. And we have a Logi.
We already had a Loki.
And technically speaking, you have this guy
And we technically have an Ari somewhere.
somewhere.
And an orderly.
Clinged onto him or something.
Welcome to the castle.
What's the deco looking like?
What
Like all of these,
First of all,
they're like the statues. Like,
Yeah.
I'm assuming the
Uh,
statues.
Can you see through doors?
there's a certain amount of material I can go through.
And what's the range?
Same as detect undead.
It's like 60 foot.
So I think it's like a cone in front of me. Hold on, I put this in real
you get
20 so I
nothing.
can paint it.
You're not detecting any weird shit.
There you go. It has a scroll bar.
Nice.
Cast to level 4. Concentration 4.
Right, okay.
We want to storm in through the main entrance, or are we gonna go to the sides?
Obviously, go through the sides. The process of elimination will save the best to last.
Alright. Hug the left wall?
Ah, this isn't a maze, but okay.
You don't know that yet.
I do
I know.
not.
I opened the door.
You do not succeed.
At knocking or opening the door?
I think you need to knock a little harder.
Let me try this first. Nope.
You do not. In fact, you've now jammed the lock.
Alright. Targon, Seth, if you could please.
What?
What?
If you could please knock for me.
What are you talking about?
Knock the damn
Break
door
down the
Dude.
door!
What do you think?
Oh.
We're considered as savages? We
The
don't knock
most
doors down.
subtle,
Meteor, attack the door!
the most subtle form of entry.
Even I know that's not the good way to go about this.
Meteor is now
Listen, I
attacking
get-
the door.
Meteor
I
is
get-
not doing much. It's solid wood.
Listen, I get that this is like a desecrated town
Can I just
Kingdom.
knock?
thing.
We
Knock.
tried knocking
Nothing
already.
happens.
Alright, let's
What?
try this
Knock
door.
You can't just go knocking doors down. This is just
Is-
impolite.
I try opening the door.
You fail.
It's locked, okay.
Fine, we're
I'm going
trying
to
the main
check this
door.
door for traps.
Is it open now?
No, but it's not broken either. There's no traps that you can see.
Okay.
I would need to roll higher.
What's Target doing?
I'll push the door.
Oh, it opens.
Oh,
Oh, that one's
Hello
open?
again.
oh.
Good morning or evening
shit.
or whatever the
Sorry, I
hell you
didn't-
call it
I-
down here.
You know, this is why I voted for the side doors. Oh shit, it's Red Lady!
We tried both side doors. It didn't work.
So, I have a few questions for you guys.
Oh, it's Patty!
First of all, is it morning or evening?
It is getting towards evening, but you're underground.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm
that's why
about
he's
to
asking.
ask. Like, do I say good morning or good evening, good
I just say
afternoon?
good day.
They say
I
greetings.
like that you're doing this in character.
Yeah.
The figures, the guards are not responding to you. They're just standing to attention.
Ugh.
I'm knocking on the door still.
The other figures closer to the throne have turned to face you.
So, Seth, should we cause a ruckus by, saying that green guy is like a double one?
I told you they'd be
think
here
that-
sooner or later, says a familiar voice.
I think that would be a
Why are there
tremendously bad
people
idea.
hiding behind the
Patrick,
poles?
please give us a moment.
dare.
Who's not daring? What?
Logan.
Oh.
How do
Sorry,
I even
that-
know who he is?
That's by design, I'll tell you later.
I feel you're not gonna.
Hello! Welcome to my father's castle, I suppose.
Huh.
Uh,
You Siegfried, seriously, there's nobody behind the door. We knocked on it like 4 times.
Yes, you do. If you wish to
I don't think he's
accept
talking
it...
to you. I think he's talking to the door.
Yeah. Talking to the door.
What?
He's fucking crazy.
I'm sorry,
I wanna
he
go
just
through the
lost
side
something
door.
very precious to him. He is having a bit of. He's struggling
It's
with it.
locked.
Can you unlock it then?
Yes?
Will you?
No.
Siegfried, don't you have bombs?
That
You know,
is
Siegfried,
true. I
they
could
are
have
really
done that.
They are showing some terrible hospitality here.
Still.
Oh, it's the Count Punchy lady.
Do any of you guys have keys
What
on
do you
you
mean?
that I can use to open this?
So,
So
are we,
please.
are we here
Is-
on bad terms or good terms?
I would
Jesus
say-
Christ, boys! Let the man speak.
I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the evil monologues.
You are on
Maybe she's
neutral
not actually
terms
evil.
for now.
Hmm.
I'm fairly certain at the moment my brothers would just want to speak with you.
Is it gonna escalate into something worse?
Well, that depends entirely on your answers now, doesn't it?
Maybe I should wait outside.
Please stay near us.
It's gonna escalate, alright.
God,
deal.
my
Seth, maybe
fucking
go to the door with
fuck us over.
Siegfried.
We do not have to leave this place as enemies. You are not from this region, and frankly, I feel that the Count has been less than
Alright, yeah.
forthright about why he brought you here.
That I can agree with. Definitely something up with his wife, doesn't wear shoes, didn't fill us in, has a creepy study.
So wouldn't you
Logan.
like to stay and just listen? Maybe to our side?
I vote we
Having
hear him
more
out.
knowledge is definitely not a bad thing.
Can we do it without the guards, possibly?
Oh no, the guards go wherever my brother does. Do not worry, they will not make a first move.
Oh well. Is there tea?
Aye.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Who's your brother?
My brothers? Well, you've met one, I believe. That's the...
Was it Cheney McScream dude?
So, the figures up ahead. Welcome to the
Patty.
shit fest.
Man, wouldn't it, Seth, wouldn't it have just been great if we went to that fun fortress with the tents?
Hey, I'm not saying it would have been a bad idea.
I know.
Amongst those you could recognize, well, the one you call Patrick.
Yeah, it's Patty, then there is...
The
Green
masked figures from earlier.
Yep.
Boop.
Is she from,
Boop.
like, Abolisher? I think she may be from Abolisher.
And boop.
Yep.
And the new figure, who you do not recognize.
I have a bad
Yes.
feeling I can guess who it. Oh,
Oh,
Wait.
damn it.
It's not actually Alucard.
It's
you mean there's a leader and a
Alucard.
master?
No,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah, that
let's
guy's
see,
just
it's-
a leader. This guy is the cult master.
Let's see, it's...
Then what's what? This cult
Red-
hierarchy is all
It's a
wrong.
large
This
cult.
doesn't-
There are
Army.
multiple leaders.
Look.
Leader's a very generic term.
So the cult master's name is Kane?
What?
Logan.
I looked at the picture.
Shush! The pictures are unique and I don't steal them from anywhere.
Wait, where did he steal it from?
What's up, Targan?
You know what I just realized?
What?
Alucard is Dracula spelled backwards.
Oh my god,
Advisors,
really?
I recommend you make yourself scarce for this part. I will speak, my brother will speak to them. Without us. And with that, the Patty leaves with the three figures in tow.
See you later, Patty.
Meow. Hi.
Hello.
Man, ain't that Patty just a nice kid, ain't he?
I like how Luna's just hanging right the fuck back.
I was tapped out.
You know, Logan didn't mind. I mean, Targan didn't mind Logan for a bit. Out of the way, he started getting annoyed.
It's called psychological warfare.
Go on,
Show you
brother.
fucking warfare in a minute.
Oh, that's my favorite quote now.
Speak to your guests. The figure on the throne looks at you for a few moments as if judging you. You can't help but feel that he might be judging whether you are worth talking to or eating, but...
So... Would you mind telling us about the tentacles to start off?
The Great One, huh?
I've had a bit of a personal run-in with it.
Yes, the source of Father's power. Did you learn anything from the ghosts? About this place?
Some sort of civilization that during the Unification Wars. And considering that's where their knowledge has stayed, that's usually quite telling of what happened.
Oh no, far before that. You've got
Well,
the
no.
wrong war.
Seriously? It was the right year and everything.
Man, Seth slept through his history.
Yes. But the wrong era. After all, since your emperor took over, he started his own calendar system.
There were years before it.
You know,
The
Seth,
church, he learned this.
the world did not start with the Emperor.
Well, that's what he knows. He got all of his education from a fucking church.
He
Of
knows.
course. Isn't that why you worship him? Because he is a mortal ascended to godhood?
That's exactly why I worship him. He
Then
is
there was a time
true
before he
god.
was born. Back when Acria was merely a kingdom amongst many.
Yes, but it's
But yes, the beast offered salvation from a force destined to defeat us. It granted my father power, and with that he was able to repel the invaders.
so.
The cost
Are you-
was
are
great,
you-
of course.
Are you saying that the invaders of Acrian origin was nothing to do with the Emperor?
Before his time.
That's so weird.
Is this beyond your understanding?
Well, it's just so weird that there is another era with the exact same year where the Acrian Empire was attacking other places.
Well,
And
every
it's like-
kingdom attacks every other kingdom. At some
I know,
point.
but it lines up
the fact that
perfectly
it
with the
lines up,
Unification War.
Yes, lines up perfectly with the Unification Wars that lasted 1,300 years.
I'm just saying,
Oh my gosh.
it's pretty
This was day
coincidental.
5.
Seth,
and then
what's
they
your
died.
knowledge history, by the way?
I doesn't
Not that
know anything
high.
about history. He doesn't study in history.
So, what is it that you wanted to ask us?
Straight to the point. Do you not even care why we do this?
Actually, I do quite a lot. It seems pretty evil.
Well, of course. To the perspective of a regular mortal, it must do. From that
Well-
action, the vampire race was born.
Before you say anything, I am not a vampire,
I
Seth.
can smell it. You are definitely not.
Half.
You are much more like my sister. I, on the other hand, am full-blooded vampire.
Oh,
Pardon the
Oh.
pun.
still seems awfully evil.
What, because we consume to live?
Oh,
And what
that's
do you
not
do?
evil, but it's
I'm fairly certain it's your
I don't
state of
either.
reanimation that makes you evil.
Oh,
That
such
is an inherently-
narrow-mindedness.
I'd like to detect evil on.
Oh yeah, fucking evil. This is not in
See?
doubt.
I have a natural inclination to disagree with you on that, there.
And I have no doubt that you fully believe that. Evil, whether I'm judged as evil by your standards, I can damn well be civil. So, the vampires are born, we reigned over this land for years. Until, of course, some upstart decided to eliminate our bloodline.
You're not talking about the Count, right?
The Count! A fool with a power he barely uses and can't be bothered with anymore. What's the
Yeah, just making
point
sure.
of a being like that?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, you've met the other person. You must have heard the legends, right?
The legends that say that Alucard
Which legends?
backwards.
The death of Dracula? At the hands of a
Dracula?
mortal, not even an immortal.
Isn't Dracula Alucard backwards?
Of course.
Why is that so important?
It's a very
Wait,
important.
is it Alucard backwards or Alucard forwards at this point? I'm confused.
I am losing my patience.
You and me both.
I thought I was the bad one here.
Hell.
Van Helsing.
Hey.
Does the name not ring any bells?
That sounds familiar.
I don't know.
Does
is
the
he
name ring any
Yeah,
bells?
Is he actually famous that people would know about him?
Yes!
Okay. No, he doesn't, Fran.
Didn't we meet someone with the
Who's Van
Van
Helsing?
Helsing?
Did we meet Van Helsing?
We met someone that had Van Helsing in their name, didn't we?
I don't remember this name.
Now see, what the legend left out was that Dracula had a contingency plan. He knew he was going to die, somehow at the hands of an upstart, carrying a similar power to our bloodline, actually. So his last act was a curse. Transforming Van Helsing into one of us. The last true vampire, as it turned out. Well, I struggled
Right.
just as a pathetic regular. My parentage taken away, with no chance of ever being ascended to those levels.
Are you like a direct descendant?
Of course, I was sired by Dracula himself, but he chose not to pass on his greater gifts. Just the lesser ones.
Wait, this is great. Oh my god, this is great. You're
What
not.
are you about to
you're-
say?
You're not a true blood.
Oh,
Keep
You're
laughing, dwarf. See how long your throat lasts.
I'll go on taking it, it'll be funny.
Oh, no,
Fine, I will
Anyways,
accelerate, since clearly you aren't people of culture.
so let me get this straight. You feel betrayed by your old master, and now you seek vengeance and the power yourself?
Yes, given that there is one true vampire left in the world, I'd quite like that power for myself. You see, the curse was not meant to be just like revenge. Dracula imprinted himself on Van Helsing, forcing upon them the name Alucard out of spite. A joke I do not know, I do not care. But I can take that power for myself, if only I had access to the being now known as Alucard.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm sure you're beginning to see where you can help me.
Whoa, let's take it easy. If you were to get your hands on this power, what would happen then? What's the repercussions? Are you gonna go for evil world domination?
The
etc.?
world does not interest me. I will reclaim this land and reclaim my birthright. I mean,
He's
being
pretty
honest.
serious about it.
whether he's telling the whole story is a different matter, but he's definitely being honest with his statements. As far as you are aware. Now, see, the other part of the curse, ironic enough, was to seal us away down here. All of us are siblings, until such a time as the final ingredient required for Dracula's resurrection came about. So, of course, we awoke during the cataclysm.
Huh, must have been awake for quite some time then.
A few thousand years to gather our strength to find out why we were awoken. And eventually I discovered the item that was needed for the ritual had in fact appeared in the world.
Is it Siegfried?
No.
Oh.
Although, He is, of course, welcome to join us in our land after we reclaim it.
What's up with the strange fascination for him anyways? Is it just his heritage?
We recognize those who belong here. But it took a long time and we acquired that item. So now you can see I am very much eager to be reacquainted with Alucard.
What would happen to Alucard if you got them?
Oh, would undoubtedly perish. I doubt my father was kind enough to allow a system to remove his power without killing the being that slew him. I'm sensing a reluctance, but do be aware that I will take what I need by force if I cannot be given the information. And that does not extend to just you. That means I will burn every living being in this land until I find Alucard. So you would be saving countless lives.
I see. May we have a small time to discuss this among ourselves and then get back to this matter later? You have already waited 2,000 years. A day or two shouldn't be that much longer in a vampire's life.
You will have chance to confer, but you will not leave this castle.
Can we use one of the locked rooms?
You can use the lobby if you so wish.
But what about the rooms in the lobby?
Your strange
What is your fascination with those rooms?
are bizarre. They lead
It's
to the
gonna be
bedrooms.
No.
He was so excited for them.
There's
What,
no
you're
lab
expecting
here.
a coffin and a lab?
He was looking
Yes.
for a
Dracula was a count, a leader of men, not some petty scientist scraping around. Not like the Count.
I was about to say that.
Yeah,
reminds me of
he
the
lost
Simpsons.
one of his labs.
You
Like,
couldn't
know
call
where it
that a
is.
proper leader, more interested in herbs and concoctions than he is his own land.
I mean, I
No.
really don't care about this account. I just want to know where the lab is.
Not everywhere has a lab, strange child. Feel free to discuss amongst yourselves. As you say, I can wait. But bear in mind, since you disrupted our operation in the reservoir, I am not inclined to hold back much longer. As incompetent as he is, the Count is a threat when he actively tries.
What's the
The lady
deal
over
with
there-
the Count? We went into his room and we found lots of interesting articles.
He is a studier of the dead. You'd be surprised how much he knows.
Is it simply knowledge he's after? He doesn't put any of this into practice, does he?
If he cared for power, he would have done other trials by now.
That lady over there next to you, is she an immortal? Or-
No, but she has the good fortune to actually be a naturally born child of Dracula, and thus carries a spark of his same power, even without being a full vampire. Now hurry up and make your decision. I either want to get this over with and kill you, or find Alucard.
Alright, guys, let's go huddle in the lobby.
Yes.
Alright, guys, I'll be honest, I was really hoping about being able to leave here, so, you know. I feel it has something to do with the steak I got. And.
I still have that.
Well, yeah, don't just leave it behind there.
Going to,
Yes.
make sure these doors are shut.
Aiko just walks through. Yes, it is quite a wonderful weapon you have there.
Manners, please. Your
We're
request is
discussing
privacy.
this as we are discussing this as a party, and
I
Please.
thought this was a private affair.
I'd hate for you to think I'm involved with my brother's petty scheming.
What's your goal in all this?
Fairly simple. I want my father back.
Wouldn't this result in your father being killed?
You see my annoyance at my brother's plans. So you'll also, I'm sure, not mind me listening in to see how this is going to go. Oh, don't worry, I won't spoil anything. I think either way I come out on top.
I see.
if it wasn't for the inherently evil nature of what your brother and everything about this is,
Me?
well,
What was your father like?
Which one? The warrior? The vampire? The ruler? He had different faces.
Let's go with the ruler.
Clever. Smart enough to keep kingdoms upon kingdoms at bay even before he became a vampire.
Alright, seeing how you are a, let's say, neutral party in this. If by some chance this stake were to fall into the hands of the current Alucard/Van Helsing, how would that shift the balance of power?
That stake could kill my father again.
Wait, again?
He's
He's
died
currently-
once.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like the stake killed him
As
the first
well.
time. Okay.
if it
I think
wasn't
it's-
the evil around the situation, I'd be more inclined to help. Seems fairly noble what's happening. It's just the family claiming back the land that was once theirs. But unfortunately, it's also surrounded by a lot of controversial and evil acts.
I have no issues with the land, with the politics involved. It's undeath
So-
is disgusting.
Oh, it's not so bad. Just consider it a form of immortality.
It's an impure, twisted, and disgusting form of immortality.
I
It
mean,
is
You're
I'm
wrong.
ruining the
dead.
balance of your soul.
Alright, let's talk about it this way. If we were to choose between siding with your father as he is now, or with your brother, which
My-
way would save more lives?
Oh, my brother will tear this entire region apart if he doesn't get what he wants. He's soft-spoken, but a savage underneath. I see little value in ruling over a dead land. And nor would my father.
You know, Seth, I gotta say, the previous Dracula sounds like the more reasonable man that I would want to negotiate with.
Still evil.
He's still very much evil, but probably the lesser of two evils.
But to do so, we would need to cooperate with this gentleman, in which I want no part of.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would like to side against the current gentleman and helping the old man. Is it okay if I refer to him like that?
He's a corpse. What does it matter right now?
That's true.
So yes, if you were to disagree, perhaps you might find help if my brother was suitably distracted.
Hmm.
How distracted?
Enough that someone could hit him with that stake, I would wager, would be enough. That thing can kill a true vampire. Imagine what it will do to a simple lesser vampire.
I see. And I take it that if we agree to this, we can count on your assistance?
If the opportunity presents itself. Unfortunately, he has come into possession of a very powerful item.
Alright.
Where is that?
You think he would let it out of his sight?
Okay, so we need to get that then.
You know
What
what
sort
it
of
is?
item are we talking about?
Oh, you
Something
do not
dangerous.
know the last part of the ritual. The reason we couldn't resurrect my father until now was we needed an item which had never existed before. The heart of a god.
Which one
Oh.
did you get?
Are you saying you have the heart of a god?
Oh, my brother does. What?
Alright.
You think there was nothing else that came out of the cataclysm? Hell, even Oros has died.
You know,
All of a sudden,
Seth, this may
pieces of
sound really
gods are
bad,
far more
but it
common.
may be one of the reasons why the Emperor's currently bedridden.
Well, the Cataclysm seems to have caused a lot of issues for a lot of people.
That's why it's called the Cataclysm.
The Cataclysm! Thank you, disembodied voice in the sky.
Alright,
You're
I don't know why I
welcome.
responded in character.
in case it were to come down to conflict,
Oh, if you do that here, you will most surely die.
yes.
You need to wait your time.
The three masked people and the one we refer to as Patrick, because he does not like it, and I like to annoy him.
He likes to
Who do
annoy
they side with?
everyone.
Will they side with your brother, or do you have more influence over them?
My brother, for now. But they know the way the wind blows. They would have no problem serving me instead.
Alright, they are opportunists.
Plus, the masked fellows are not members of the cult.
I see, they're like, oh,
They are representatives of external powers who have interest in the matters going on here.
and they're not like Collie. Alright. Collie,
Ah,
you are still bound by oath to Patrick.
yes.
In case it comes down to it, will you side with him or choose to stand down as a
I
neutral?
made my oath.
Can you stay neutral?
Not if you fight him.
What if we leave you somewhere else?
Then I make no promises I will remain there.
What if we promise we keep Farahi away from you?
I think leaving me
For-
somewhere else would allow me to solve that problem as well.
I think it would also make it so you don't come back for a little bit.
What if we just put him to sleep?
I think he has bad memories about that.
Oh, stop being a bully to the poor boy. He served the cult well.
That's the problem.
I take it the old god does not serve anyone himself and is chaos incarnate.
The old god.
The ancient one,
The great one.
the great one.
Who knows what his motivation is? Frankly, I don't care.
Yes, but could we use him possibly against your brother?
Oh, sure, if you want to die. And I need you all alive. Oh, and despite what my brother says, so does he. So don't let that fool you. There's a reason you were summoned to this land.
Yeah, great.
Does anybody want to tell us why?
Oh, where's the fun in that?
Gotta keep the mysterious and ominous vibe. Big reveal in the end. And that's something that only you can do.
Oh, well,
Why
I'm sure
does-
anyone else who had the misfortune you faced would be able to. But I believe the only other person doesn't come with a package deal.
Alright. To put Sapphire at ease, if we were to revive Dracula, would he be open to negotiate with different factions to maintain peace?
Oh, of course. He was nothing if not a consummate negotiator. Leave his lands in peace, he will leave yours.
Steph, are you okay with this? Not a great thing to do, but sounds like it could be a whole lot worse.
It is true, we're being backed against the wall here. If it was up to me, I'd have all of you dead, because you're all fucking... you're all
Wow!
inherently evil.
I
No,
love you
Oh,
too, Seth.
please, you barely know me.
I don't have to know you to know that you're evil.
Does she detect as evil?
Yes.
He has a point.
How boring.
What constitutes as boring for you is none of my business. It's simply the way I believe.
Still, do what you will. I think I've told you enough.
Alright, one final question. If we were to agree with your brother right now, how long of a time frame do we have to put this plan to work?
Well, that depends entirely on how quickly you get him to his prey.
That's still way too vague for me to figure out any sort of time frame.
So what are we gonna tell this guy? I mean, I feel like we're going to have to side with that lady. Because there's no way in it. There's no way we're going to side with the gentleman. That's just ridiculous. We have to
Yes, we
cause some
side
kind
with
of
the lady, which means that for now we need to side with him, or well, work together with him, and we need to look for our opportunity to strike, distract him. Also, Seth, I will hand you the stake, seeing how you're probably the most fitting to use it.
If someone doesn't use it as a club eventually, I'm going to be disappointed.
That's not how you use a stake.
I know. That's why
How big is the stake? Also,
Human size, so that it's like
Tiny
okay,
club.
so to a gnome,
Is it like
it's
Actually,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
to you, it's a bit like a club.
to a gnome,
no
it's
club
a,
size.
it's a bastard.
Question.
Yeah, it's a bit like a club.
is it an ounce or 10?
What?
Oh no, don't!
Puppet.
I'll get it.
Didn't he say there would be consequences if we made another meat joke?
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me.
No, no, I'm asking the weight. I'm asking the weight of it.
Flop card. Oh no, I drew that one.
Wait, consequence for what, Al?
Over. I want to know what the weight
You
of
made
it
another.
is.
You made
You're
another meat
already
pun.
marked by the gods.
Wait,
You
what
can't
did
tell.
that bitch-
I don't care.
Oh, do I need to make another then?
No.
No.
Did you know this weird phenomenon called underground lightning?
So,
Oh,
question is,
let's-
do you want to announce your decision now or next session?
Next session. I need more time to think.
Yeah, you'll
What
word
else
it
is there to
properly.
think about?
I mean,
Planning.
yeah. Well, no, but Puppet has a point.
Concepts.
Why don't we just get it over with?
Yeah.
And then we can like
Well, yeah.
move on to...
Yeah,
Plan
we're just
what
gonna
happens
say that
after
we're
the
siding
announcement.
with him.
Because otherwise we've got, like, to get through this thing next week before we get to the actual rest of it. So...
Alright. Targan, you
Yeah.
okay with all this?
Yeah? I mean, like,
You gotta save your own height.
yeah, more or less.
Now, if we agree to this, are we allowed access to their shops?
I don't think they have any shops.
Okay, come on. Surely it's an underground civilization. There has to be shops.
No, it's
really?
not.
Come on.
It's a cult and
everything-
vampires.
In a
Everything
dead
in this-
city.
Yeah, everything in this city is perished. There's no need for anything to be sustained.
Right.
And they're vampires.
Just had a
Like,
plan,
they-
but I had to buy something first, so okay.
What kind
Go
of
back to the
something?
surface.
I need a bag of holding. I honestly doubt I could have even gotten that down here, but... it
I
was
mean, I
handy.
have a bag of holding, so...
Oh, have you finally come to a decision?
Yes, we have. After looking over possibilities and questioning the Count's misconduits, we have
Misconduits?
chosen to cooperate.
What are misconduits?
Ah, misconduct, I think you meant.
Yes, that one.
Ah, excellent! I knew you'd come around to reason. Very well. I require that you tell me where Alucard is hiding, and we can plan to retrieve her.
Very well. Alucard is currently residing. God damn it, you guys are making me do this! So I'm
Yeah.
the one to
Yep.
blame!
You're the one fucking talking. You
Yep.
haven't offered it up to
I
anybody
have
else.
to. I know, I can't leave it to Seth, because that would be mean.
Seth wouldn't be able to share it with him.
Yeah, no. So I have to do it. Alucard is currently residing in the church in the northwestern graveyard.
The figure stops walking, and his smile drops. And he goes, "Well, fuck." And that is where we're going to end it.
Alright, we did not get double crust. Just be like, alright, I got the information I needed out of you.
No, you hold on just a second.
Why do I feel like he's going to make us go and retrieve Alucard?
Well,
'cause we're part of
that's
it.
probably a good thing, right?
So,
Makes-
yeah, I think that'll work better.
What?
Well, it was interesting because I needed to know what you were actually going to tell him. It does help me plan for the next session.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Because you could have lied.
Yeah. I feel it's very dangerous to lie, even though I have the bluff to maybe back it up.
So, there we have it. You defeated the Guardian ghost thing. Man, bear, pig.
Defeated, quotation marks.
Defeated. You have breached the castle after acquiring treasure. And come face to
Yeah, you did.
face with a very heavily armed cult force. Who you're now pretending to work with.
And we did, in the end, not visit the 10th fort.
I
Also,
don't know why.
for absolute reference, because I am almost certain that at some point Lunaria will use detect weird shit on the cult master.
There is some weird shit going on.
That glowing hand is because that is where the sense of an outsider is coming from.
Okay.
Gross, it's all in his hand.
He fisted the fire elemental.
Because I just assume you always use.
Yeah, I would just be using it, like, at random times.
In case the glowing hand wasn't obvious.
I hope he's right-handed.
Yeah, lucky for him he's on the blade. So, thank you for
I
another
just don't want to
session,
shake
guys.
hands with that. Will we have a session next week?
Should do.
Should do.
Like, unless
Will
I
we
get,
have an Alex?
hopefully. Unless I get told my family is having an emergency and I need to turn up early.
Alright.
That should be
Hopefully
fun.
next week Grantor will be back.
Yes. And we
With
can
a healthy
continue
doggo.
the rapidly deteriorating adventures of this party.
Yeah, we're going right up shit creek. It's it's just getting worse.
This is fine.
You've
Why
picked
did
a
we-
fun path through the story here.
What did we come here again for?
To deal with Dracula.
I feel like we could have turned in our quest by now, right? We found out what was causing the problems in the town. We could have just went, here's the problem. See ya.
We had to deal with it
I
as
feel
well.
like when we go back up to the surface, we need to stop by and get our reinforcements.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So, we will see you, hopefully, next time.
On the adventures.
In
Redacted.
No, it's
And Eulea.
Eulea.
You
We
still
really
need
need to come up with a name for a party.
Screw
We
you
also
guys!
Still need to do the epilogues.
Goodbye, everybody!
Yeah, so about those epilogues.
Bye.